Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the GoolieZone, the world around you. I'm going to make this short and quick this week. We got some wrestling to talk about, mostly a lot of wrestling to cover up this channel. We got some MLB to talk about, and we're going to talk about Avatar, The Last Airbender. Yeah, Avatar, The Last Airbender, which I can't wait for. First things first, I'm going to address the elephant in the room, and that is talking about Chad Gaspard. As you guys already know, that Chad Gaspard has been missing since Sunday. Him and his son were missing. They found his son, but they haven't found him. LAPD, they had a search, to find him, and now they canceled out the search completely. They cannot find him. It's it's really sad and really hard to low key just fathom everything that's happened between Chad Gaspar, and my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his whole entire family. I just cannot believe. And if you guys don't know who Chad Gaspar is, um probably WWE's popular tag team back in the mid 2000s, and that was the Crime Time with Chad and JTG, and it's been sad. The whole wrestling community has, I still believe that, I don't know. I don't want to, really think about something that think about, oh, he's lost forever. No, I still believe that he is somewhere out there, and I really hope they find him. Even though they said the search is off, they can't find him. I still believe that he is out there somewhere, and I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I don't. But my prayers go out to him, his friends, his family. Everybody has been talking about it. Candice Michelle, JTG, the Boogeyman, the Usos, Kofi Kingston. Yeah, the list goes on. I didn't watch Raw yesterday. Well, the whole complete Raw, but I was a little disappointed that WWE didn't really say anything. I don't know. Maybe I have to rewatch the episode again. Let me know if Raw says something about it. But to me, they didn't. They just literally brushed it under the rug. No, you can't brush something like that under the rug. But yeah, Chad Gaspar is missing, but they found his son, which is good. I just hope they can find him, but they said the search is off. They can't find him, but I believe that he is somewhere out there. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Okay. Now, with that being said, we got to talk about Jim Cornette. First things first, I am a fan of Jim Cornette. You guys know this. I love him as a booker. I love him as a writer. He can tell you so many funny stories about in the wrestling business when it came to like the people that he hates, like Jim Herd and Vince Russo. But I'm gonna have to put him in the dead wrong category because Jim Cornette has said a lot of things last week. About Tamina, AEW. I think earlier this morning he talked about Dana Brooke and all these other wrestlers, but the biggest one everybody freaked out over was Becky Lynch. Oh, about Becky Lynch getting pregnant. Oh my God, I won't repeat what he said, but goddamn, Jim Cornette. Really, Jimmy? Really? Really, man? I love you, man, but come on, man. Come on. But at the same time, Jim Cornette, and I've said this in the past, he's a great booker, he's a great writer, he's a great, keen eye for the wrestling mind, but at the same time, he is so out of touch. And he is. And he is. He's out of touch with these today's, modern wrestling fans. He's not, on board. He still goes back to those days of the 80s, like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and maybe the 2000, when he was his stint in TNA. So, Jim, and he actually made a video about the whole thing about Becky Lynch, and he said that I didn't watch fully all of it, but I like 2 minutes in, he said that he is glad that there's a lot of people that don't like him. And Jim Cornette is one of those personalities where the older he gets, he's gonna say what he freaking feels. He's gonna say what he freaking feels. He's not gonna tolerate BS. If you guys don't believe me, look up Jim Cornette's most hated list. He has like a hate list of like 5 people that he really truly hates. Watch that video. It explains it way better than I can. But yeah, Jim Cornette, man, I am a fan, but you're dead wrong, bro, about Becky Lynch. Look, I'm not going to justify, okay, just because I'm a Jim Cornette fan doesn't mean, oh, what he said about Becky Lynch is the. No. You do not say that about somebody being pregnant. Need I remind you, Jim Cornette, this is the same guy that got angry when Ed Ferrara and Vince Russo did that pregnancy angle with Terry Reynolds that I've said so many times on the show, on my live streams. So it's a little bit hypocritical for him to literally talk about. Actually, it's really hypocritical for him to talk about Becky Lynch's pregnancy. But yeah, Jim Cornette, man, you're in the dead wrong zone, buddy. I'm still a fan of your work, but at the same time, you're dead wrong, man. You are dead freaking wrong when it comes to that. AEW, he's just out of touch. He's just out of touch with the modern wrestling and the modern wrestling fan. So he's a good writer, good booker, but he's out of touch. He's out of touch. We also got to talk about Combat Zone Wrestling. This is the one I rarely had any info on, but apparently Combat Zone Wrestling, they're going through something right now with the distributor. They were supposed to be going for distributor, and I guess it's not been working out or something. They gave like the money out to the distributor. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section about that. But there was also a rumor that Combat Zone Wrestling could close its doors unless somebody wants to buy the company. Now, first things first, if that is true, I don't want Combat Zone to close down, because for everybody, there's a lot of people that say that Combat Zone Wrestling is a horrible organization. If it's such a horrible organization, didn't Combat Zone Wrestling came around like what, in 2000, and it's 2020? This company's been around for what, like 20 years? For 20 years, and it's still going on. I mean, think about it. Without Combat Zone Wrestling, some of the superstars that you see today wouldn't even be, as much. They kind of owe it to Combat Zone Wrestling. I'm gonna name a few. Drew Gulak. Yeah, Drew Gulak was in Combat Zone Wrestling. I think his name is Oni Larkin, but I call him Biff Busick. He was in Combat Zone Wrestling. Shane Strickland, John Moxley, Sammy Callahan, Adam Cole. Yes, Adam Cole was in Combat Zone Wrestling, folks. Mia Ying, AR Fox, Greg Excellence, the Human Tornado, Eddie Kingston, Ruckus, Black G's. You even got to go further than that, like Chris Cash, God rest his soul. The Naptown Dragons, which I can't believe they closed their doors down, but at the same time, there's so many wrestlers who have been, and there's been some legends who have wrestled in that company. I remember Tajiri won the Combat Zone World Heavyweight title. I remember that from John. Was it? Didn't he beat John Zang? No, or was it Wife Beater or John Zangdig? I don't remember who, but yeah. You got, yeah. So yeah, Combat Zone. I don't want them to close down their doors. I really don't. I love that company. I really have a subscription for them where I'm paying $9.99 a month to watch their whole entire library of Combat Zone Wrestling stuff, which I would love to review here on the show. I even got some DVDs over there of Combat Zone Wrestling. So yeah, the money issue with Combat Zone Wrestling, let me know in the comment section below on if there's some stuff I'm missing. So let me know about that. Now let's talk about MLB. Now, MLB is supposed to be coming back. The season's supposed to start in either June or July, I believe. And like they have to wear masks and gloves, and I don't think any fans will be in attendance. But the one thing that really gets to me, personally for me, baseball, I don't know. Should MLB cancel the season? I mean, because that's a little bit of a chunk of the season right there. If I'm right. I mean, if they're gonna start in July, I mean, you got August, September. That's That's not a full, and then you got the October Classic, but that's not a real full healthy season. Personally, for me, I just think, you know what, with the pandemic that's going on, with the virus that's going on, I think it should be. I think it should be canceled. That's just my opinion. But if the MLB thinks they could do this, and also the one thing that also kind of got to me because I heard on ESPN, they're not allowed to bring what have water or Gatorade in the dugout. Okay, so if they're dehydrated, then what? Then what? Well, they're not allowed to spit on the field, which is understandable. But still, like, no water, no Gatorade. What is the freaking point? What is the point? Like, if they're dehydrated, then what? Then what? And let's be real, hot fun in the summertime. It's hot as hell in summer. So, depending on the area. But seriously, I don't know. Personally, I think MLB, if they want to start in July, okay. But personally, I don't think it's a good idea to start in July or June. I mean, well, June maybe, but July, no. That's just me. And now we're going to talk about something that I love so much. Avatar, The Last Airbender. The Last Airbender is on Netflix. It's on Netflix. What? You don't want me to talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender? Well, here on the sheet you said that it should be Facebook avatars. Facebook avatar? So wait. So Facebook avatar. So okay. Well, it's come to my attention that we're not going to be talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, but we're going to be talking about Facebook avatars. This thing has happened, I think, around what, Saturday or Sunday? Let me know when did this happen? I've been seeing that a lot on my Facebook page, and that is like a 3D type model of yourself as an avatar. I it's everywhere. Personally, I I don't think I would make one. But they're all over. Well, it's kind of weird, and some of the avatars that some people has created, some of them are kind of creepy. Some of them are literally kind of creepy, very very creepy. So I don't know about that. So at Facebook avatars, um, uh, it's a thing now. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comment section below. And well, that's gonna be it for me. And also, by the way, I know I didn't live stream the Last Dance episode 8 and 9 because I mean, well, it's episode 7 and 8, which I was at work, and then 9 and 10. But I will be trying to my best to rewatch those as a 4-hour stream. I don't know what day is going to be, but stay tuned for that. So, with that being said, that concludes another episode of the GoolieZone, the world around you. As always, guys, leave a like, comment, share. If you're new to this, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. I will be back next week for GoolieZone, a world around you. And I think everybody knows on Tuesdays I do Dragon Gate, so get ready for that, and so a few surprises around the way for that live stream. So until next time, until we meet again, I am Mal Ghoulie. God bless you all. Please remember to wash your hands, hand sanitize your hand, 6 feet social distancing, and you know it, spread out. You hear me? Spread out and be nice to each other. We're all in this together, people. We're all in this together. We could get through this as well. And with that being said, God bless you all, and peace. God bless.